When I was done, I sat back and looked at my work. Surprisingly, I didn't like what I saw. The sentimentality of it all was just not doing it for me. These are the best years of your life, they told us, but I can hardly believe that to be true. If this is as good as it gets, the next 80 years or so are looking pretty bleak, if you ask me. I don't know why you wouldn't try to make each day better than the last. We came here as strangers and we're leaving as friends. Isn't that nice? But to be honest, half of us don't even know each other, which isn't a bad thing. It's impossible for me to stand before you and represent everyone in a group of so many unique individuals. We are all so different. We all have different personalities and interests and have a different take on what graduation means. Winston Churchill once said, "We are still masters of our fate. We are still captains of our souls." The problem is, few of us stopped to get our captain's license before we started sailing down the treacherous waters of high school. It was smooth sailing until we failed to navigate the rocky shore. Some of us escape with a few nicks, others run themselves up, and some keep going full speed ahead despite iceberg warnings. Eventually, the damage becomes bad enough that the water begins to seep in. We have to abandon ship. So we send out an SOS, lower the lifeboats, and paddle as far away from the wreckage as possible and wait to be rescued. Normally, it's our parents who serve as the Coast Guard, and it is more difficult for them to get to our ship than it was to sail it into the situation to begin with. They set us back afloat, hand us a map, our teachers may offer up a compass, and they wait for the next shipwreck. Their brave souls deserve a medal for courageously getting this group sailing off into the sunset of life. Now, don't get me wrong. Graduation is a big deal. I mean, we have been working at it for 13 years, and some of the nostalgia associated with it is understandable. In our society, it's almost considered a transition into adulthood. We have all put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, whether about schoolwork or not, to be able to stand on this stage and accept a certificate. The path that has been laid out before us since kindergarten has ended, and it's now in our hands. So it is indeed a day to celebrate. As a good valedictorian, I think it's only necessary to offer at least a little bit of advice. Live in the moment. Thinking of the future and remembering the past all have their place. But don't forget to be with the people right beside you in this moment. Today is for you, grads, and is a tribute to what you have accomplished. So for today, forget about the past. Don't think of the future. This day only happens once, so live it. And as Shakespeare would say, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, which is the cue to my own exit with saying, congratulations, grads of 2009. Cheers.
Right on!